What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Anthony. I just got out of the Imax and I just watched Dune. You can kind of see the theater there in the background. But y'all, I just got done seeing Dune in the Imax and I fucking loved it. I thought the movie was incredible. Like, well, for one, I know it's gonna be on HBO Max, but I'm telling y'all right now, you have to go to the theater to see this movie. Don't let your first experience with this movie be, on HBO Max at home on your TV. Like, yeah, I know people got, the LG OLEDs, the 4K, the HDR, the Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, surround sound. Like, I know y'all got good, at home setups. I'm telling you right now, it won't compare to an IMAX theater experience. Seeing the visuals on that screen, hearing the audio, it takes it to a whole new fucking cinematic level. I'm telling y'all right now. But Dune, man, I love this movie. This movie was amazing. Now, I'm quite sure that the general, like, just casual movie going audience, I have a strong feeling that people aren't going to really be feeling this movie because, it's a science fiction movie, but it's like heavy on like the lore and the drama and the politics, and it's more like, lore and character driven, and there are some beautiful like action scenes within the movie, but those aren't the focal points, right? Like, this movie sucks you in with its performances, with its characters, with its story, with its visual, with its visual dialogue, right? So seeing the environments and the vehicles and the costumes, the wardrobe, what they're wearing, like everything, the technology, everything sucks you into this movie. Like, I was on Arrakis, I was on Caladan, like those, I was in those worlds, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, all of those things combined, the soundtrack, the Hans Zimmer soundtrack is on point, man. That shit sounded incredible in the movie. But, the soundtrack and the audio and the visual effects, these visual effects are next level. Like, this shit looked so real, it was insane. But the visual, the visual effects and the lore of what's going on, and so I'm watching this movie from the perspective of not knowing much about Dune. Like, I tried watching the 1980s movie like years ago, but I couldn't really get into it, and I never finished that film, never read the books or anything. So I'm coming into this not really knowing a lot about Dune at all, and this movie sucked me in all the way, like to the point where, so I don't know if you guys know, but this film is like part one of, I think, either a 2-part film series or a 3-part film series. Not sure. I think it's 2-part film series though. So this is part one. And after watching this movie, I'm so disappointed that they didn't film these movies back to back, like the Lord of the Rings style. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks because we're gonna have to wait a long ass time for part 2 to come out now. And this movie is definitely like a part 1. Like, the shit ends, as a part 1 would end. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you were to press play on part 2, like, it'd pick right up after that. Like, that's how this movie concludes. And it sucks. You're like, fuck, like, I want to see what's gonna happen next. Like, honestly, this movie is so incredible to me that I could have sat through another 2.5 hour film in part 2. Like, you could have made this like a 4 and a 4.5 hour like epic, and I would have sat through that whole bitch in the IMAX because it's that incredible. It sucks you into that degree. Like, the performances are incredible. I'm gonna run through the gambit again because I gotta let y'all know. I gotta tell y'all, man. I gotta tell y'all. But the performances are incredible. The visual effects are incredible. The costumes are incredible. The environments, man, that kind of plays into the visual effects. But the way the technology looks in the film, like the designs of everything, the designs of the wardrobes, the designs of the technology, how the technology works, the cinematography, and just the way it was, Denis Villeneuve. How do you say his name? I can never pronounce his name. It's like Denis Villeneuve or something like that. I apologize, I'm pronouncing it wrong. But this dude is the GOAT, man. This movie looks incredible. The shots, like these wide open shots of seeing, these beautiful landscapes and the architecture and the just everything, man. Like the environments and the way some of the like action scenes were filmed. Like, everything is grand and epic, and there's so much spectacle, and there's so much awe to it. You're just like, holy fuck, like this is crazy. Like, I'm being it's like you're on an amusement park ride, going through like a Disney World theme park ride. Like, man, I'm being transported to a whole new world, man, and it sucks you in. Like, I was I wouldn't say I was on the edge of my seat, but I was like up in my seat, like okay, so this happens. Okay, damn, like look at that. Wow, that is crazy. That's cool. Damn. Whoa, wasn't expecting. Oh snap, wasn't expecting that. Because I don't know anything about the story, so I don't know what's gonna happen. So when things are happening, I'm like, damn, like I wasn't expecting that. Da 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 da. Like I can't speak for people who know the source material, but I have a strong feeling that, and I've seen some online, that if you like the source material, that you will love this movie. Because even not knowing the source material, I feel like it probably paid some good homage to the source material. Like I feel like it's probably adapted pretty close to what the source material wanted it to be. But this movie is grand. It's beautiful. It's thrilling. It's interesting. The lore, it absorbs you. You know what I'm saying? It pulls you in. It sucks you in. Like I feel like a cinematic experience is supposed to do. It pulls you into that world. You're on those planets. You're with those characters. You're walking next to them. You're trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. You know what I'm saying? Like Dune. I'm telling you, Dune in theater is a cinematic experience, man. Like I guess low key, I'm kind of excited this on HBO Max. I feel like I could watch it again, just to kind of absorb everything again. But I'm telling you, I'm so disappointed that part 2 is probably not going to come for like a few years, man, because they didn't film it back to back, and I think that was a big mistake. Because I think that this would have been incredible to have the next one, right around the corner, either 1 year away or 2 years away. But now we got to wait probably a good amount of time. Hopefully they don't wait too long to get this back up and get the cast back together and just to kind of keep that chemistry going and pick back up. Because with the conclusion of it, like they have to do a part 2. And I'm hoping that no matter what the box office is, no matter what the HBO Max streaming numbers is, I hope no matter what any of that is, they do a part 2, because this movie deserves a part 2. I'm telling you, this movie deserves a part 2. It is an incredible film experience. I loved it, man. I'm fully on board with Dune. I'm all about it. And honestly, this movie has made me want to go, read the source material. But I kind of don't want to, because I would love for my first experience for the conclusion of the rest of the story to be from the film, because honestly it's just a cool ride to not know what's going to happen and see it play out and just be lost in the world fresh, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Dune is great. I highly recommend it. I recommend you guys check it out in the theater, because I think that Dune is the type of movie that needs to be seen in theaters. It deserves a ticket price, and it is well worth it, I'm telling y'all. But like I said, I do have a sneaking suspicion, man, that people are not gonna be feeling this movie, because it's not it's not fucking like your typical like sci-fi like action thrill ride. It's definitely all about the story and the characters and the worlds, and and pulling you in on this journey and this experience. It's definitely not like just your your everyday casual sci-fi movie. So I'm super curious to see how the audience is gonna react to this movie and how they're gonna fucking rate this movie and so on. So that's my fresh out of the theater reaction, man. I know this video's going on like almost 9 minutes, but like I feel like I just had to talk about it, man, because it's a crazy, incredible, amazing experience. Bravo to all of the teams that are involved in this. Beautiful movie from Denis. Performances are great. Visual effects is like insane. Like, bro, it's so realistic. The shit looks so real. Like when they're just panning over the environments and stuff, you're like, fuck, like this looks like you're on like they went to location and filmed this shit on Arrakis and Caladan and whatever the other planets are called, you know what I'm saying? And I also really like the way like a lot of the characters looked, and like I already mentioned like the wardrobe stuff. I'm remembering at this point. I need to end this shit. But I'm telling y'all, man, this movie got me hyped. Dune, incredible movie, incredible film. I highly recommend it. It's at least worth checking out in the theater. I can't stress enough how good it is. Just set your expectations for what the movie is. Don't go in trying to like experience some like high speed like sci-fi action movie. It's not what this is. So get out of that frame of mind and be ready to sit and absorb a story. You know what I'm saying? Let yourself get lost in that while you're watching this in the theater, or if you're watching home on HBO Max. But yeah, fantastic. Beautiful film, man. This is gonna If I rank my films for this year, this is gonna be up there. I'm telling you right now, this movie's incredible. But again, it's my straight out of the theater reaction. I just watched Dune in IMAX. I do plan on doing a full in-depth review. Maybe getting into more specifics and spoilers and how like a fresh person not knowing Dune at all felt and reacted to specific moments and things like that. So be on the lookout this weekend for my full review. If you watched it to the end, thanks so much for watching the entirety of this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, do all that stuff. And I thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.